What's up? I woke up to another beautiful day on YouTube. The sun was shining, birds were chirping. But then when I check on my channel, one of my videos were gone, and wouldn't you know it, it's stricken down by none other than Striker underscore 03. And the weird thing about Spotter03 is that, there's these spotter accounts that have existed, or at least one of them that I'm 100% aware of its existence. But Spotter03 seems to be something that no one is familiar with, and it seems to be an impersonator of this account called Spotter01. Spotter underscore 01 is this company that, it's like this weird dark shadow company that no one knows who's in it, how they get their money, but well, we know how they get their money, but we don't know who their customers are aside from like a couple big YouTubers like Mr. Beast. But basically, what they do is go around and find, copyrighted content that the algorithms weren't able to pick up on already. And they basically manually claim a bunch of people's videos and they put ads on them. But the weird thing about Spotter 3 is that they're not even trying to put ads on and make money on these videos. They're just trying to get rid of these videos and remove them from YouTube entirely. But what's weird is even Spotter01 is at one point taking down Mr. Beast's own video. So I don't know if that's like their own automated system that could have accidentally flagged the original content, or if this is just like some impersonator account that's just going around and actually flagging people. What's weird though is that they're not showing their identity or anything, because if somebody was claiming that you were stealing their copyrighted content, usually there'd be like a legal process and they'd want to make money off the video. But these people just want it to get taken down and to stay anonymous, so it doesn't make any sense. Because honestly, it just seems like it could be Kris Tyson for all we know, using an alt account and just flagging people and getting every single video taken down that they don't like. This is just further proof that Mr. Beast is one of the global elite members of the Illuminati, and he's using his power and influence to cover up the fact that Mrs. Ava Kris Tyson was messaging minors, and he was well aware of the fact and didn't really do much about it. When he could have dropped Ava years ago and explained that there was, huge stigma around them about them, possibly being a threat to minors, and everyone would have understood. Or honestly, no, he probably might have got called transphobic, but he should have really dropped Kris way before that, years ago, because these messages weren't new. These have been on his public Twitter page, on his Discord accounts, on a Discord server Mr. Beast was briefly in. And I know he wasn't in there chatting to people all day and all that shit, but he was in the server, so he at least was aware that Kris was being a degenerate and all this shit. And I know it's everyone made a bunch of edgy jokes in 2016, but all of Kris's jokes just revolve around viral shit, LOL child porn, LOL guys, I love Lolly, I love Shadman. That's literally their entire sense of humor. So yeah, naturally, of course, it would make sense to look into someone like that. But then people are saying if you say stuff like "leave the kids alone," then you're suddenly transphobic. Or people try to flip it on you and say that you're the one that's actually a pedophile if you try to say that you shouldn't involve kids with anything sexual. And now everyone's too scared to talk about it. And then it takes till dozens of people finally reveal their public tweets, and then people look into it further and they would go through their Discord servers and see all their messages. Why did it take until we had hundreds and hundreds of messages of concrete proof for people to finally be convinced, when there's long lasting tweets that were up on their Twitter for years and years, and plenty of them. And honestly, if Mr. Beast had all these people on his team and shit, how there has to have been one of them that has informed Mr. Beast about this whole situation fucking years ago. I get that Kris is their friend, but I mean, if your friend is publicly and proudly attracted to minors like this, and you remain friends with them, then yeah, it kind of does, look bad on you. And at first, I was like, I don't get why people are giving Mr. Beast shit. Like, I don't think he deserves to be canceled, but yeah, he deserves a little bit of scrutiny for, this level of inaction after all these years. Like, he's like the, CEO of Mr. Beast Incorporated, worth 5 million quadrillion dollars, and he'd never decide to make a decision to fire his friend that was tweeting at Shadman and a bunch of CP, and talking inappropriately to fans of the Mr. Beast channel. It's kind of fucked up. Like, you really got to keep an eye on that shit. I mean, EDP445 said something about this before Mr. Beast did, a year before that, and that's after EDP was caught being a pedo. So like, if EDP says you're a pedo, then it's bad. Like, that person needs to. I'm not saying like you should always take what EDP says with a grain of salt, because of what he's into. But I mean, if he says something like that and it's true, then it's really bad. If EDP445 is the one calling you out of all people on this whole fucking planet. Like, aside from Jared Fogle, who is currently in prison, so it's impossible, EDP is like the last fucking person you would ever expect. But yeah, I just realized this was like some stupid tangent about like the Illuminati elites, and it turned into an actual rant. My bad. I forgot I was supposed to be talking about like the copyright strike from Spotter03, but I think it has to be someone on the Mr. Beast team, or like Mr. Beast is giving the green light to strike all these channels for these very, very fucking like inconsequential clips, like 10 seconds of length, which is like nothing. It's not like it's copyright infringing. Like, so when you have a person manually going to a channel to copyright you for 10 seconds of footage and remove the entire video, they don't even want to put ads on it, they don't want it to be seen at all, they're definitely covering up something. Like, it's not a fucking good look. And like, I mean, it's such a bad look that there's a possibility it could be someone impersonating Mr. Beast's team to make them look even worse. Like, that's how much of a fucking pants on head retarded idea it is to like abuse the copyright system. And Mr. Beast is a pretty smart guy. I mean, he knows YouTube inside and out, so maybe he wouldn't do that. Maybe it could be a rogue person on his team, but honestly, I don't think Mr. Beast should be fucking completely canceled, but I mean, people should start holding him like accountable for his actions a lot more, and he's not like the YouTube golden child that can't do anything wrong. His position in his company should be like a CEO at this point, like, in charge, but he's still an employee, and like in the general interest of all the people there. Because like, I get Kris is your best friend, but if all of these people are coming out and all this shit, and this has been going on for so long, like this, it's really kind of unacceptable. And I don't understand why Mr. Beast doesn't have a team of people to help him with shit like this. Like, he should be a CEO and like, the face of the brand, because he's Mr. Beast. Like, of course he's gonna be in every Mr. Beast video. But he really needs a team that like comes to him every morning, and it's like, this is all the controversies, or this is what's going on, and you need to make a decision right now on this, because like, he let his best friend kind of have access to a bunch of money and a bunch of minors for God knows how many years. Because like, the Twitter stuff was just like when it was public. We don't know how long fucking Ava/Kris has been doing this in like their own private DMs with people that haven't come out, and they're responding in a way that only a guilty person would. Like, Ava's blaming Kiwi Farms for being a site made to like smear people, and completely wiping their Twitter clean, deleting every single post, and doing shit like the vague apology tweet that says like, basically, I'm sorry if you feel that way. And then that's basically it. They've just been radio silent. No actual like apologies to the victims or anything. They're just like, well, I'm sorry if you're mad at me. And they just, went off into the sunset with their hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, I don't know why Mr. Beast never was like, fuck Kris Tyson. Fuck this person. I'm never working with them again. They're a pedophile. If I ever see him, it's on site. Like, if even though he has like a kids friendly audience, that's like the only just to paraphrase, he doesn't have to say that in those exact words. That's an exaggeration, but like not publicly denouncing Kris is like making you look bad because you're by proxy sort of protecting their image by not, being straight up about all of this shit because all of the chats are leaked and like we basically know everything about Kristen's entire life, so or at least their entire online life, which is nothing but fucking degeneracy and hentai. So, there's that. But Kris Tyson, if that's you on an alt account, copyright striking me and you're watching this right now, guess what? Chicken butt. Yeah, there's not really anything I can really do about it. I had to re-upload that fucking stupid video, but hey, at least I'm at 100 subs now, so this might be the unofficial 100 sub special, and I don't know when the official one is coming. Honestly, I didn't even expect to hit 100 today, but I'm really grateful for it. My channel was like stagnant on 90 subscribers for the longest time. Like I had like 4 uploads back to back, and I got like 2 subs, and then now I suddenly check and I'm on 100 now, and I didn't even upload. Well, I had to re-upload that stupid Kris Tyson video that got copyright stricken, but yeah, that only got like 200 views, but I guess got a lot of subs for whatever reason. But yeah, so I might make a special 100k video. I don't even know what kind of video to make, honestly, but like it's gonna be very swag and epic and cool and awesome and great, and you're gonna love it. Hopefully, I don't even fucking know. But yeah, by the way, subscribe to my Twitter or some shit. I like to share thoughts and opinions, that I believe should be shared with the rest of humanity, and every man, woman, and child should be able to read my, opinions about Skibbity Toilet and Baby Gronk and shit. But yeah, that's basically it for the video. Like, 90% of this was a side tangent about, like, shit not even, like, related to the title. Because it was supposed to be like a video about the copyright strike, but now it's basically just a part 2 to the Mr. Beast situation. So I'm going to end it right here. But yeah, have a good day to all my 100 subscribers and everyone else. Fuck you! I mean, unless you want to subscribe, then I love you forever and you're awesome and great and cool.